Hello, hello. Happy Tom Ford Tuesday, where Tuesdays I dedicate to Tom Ford beauty. I'm going to share with you a full face of Tom Ford best sellers. Shall we? Bare face mohair today because everything, eyebrows, everything. We're going to do Tom Ford, the best sellers, of course, like I said. And I'm excited for this because you know what? I love sharing with you all the new stuff. It's exciting, all of that, but we love our classics. We love our staples, and best sellers are really it. These are the products that are top rated. These are the products that are the most purchased from the brand. And a lot of times they're not limited edition. They're staples in the line that you can get at any time. And I want to stick with that. Although I'll admit there is a limited edition product that I couldn't resist, and you'll understand when we get there. So here's what I did to find the best sellers. Of course, I went to Neiman Marcus, Bergdorf, Nordstrom. But to just simplify things, I did go to Tom Ford directly because the source, hello. And then I went to one of my favorite online retailers. Now, I have shared a video on Tom Ford Tuesday, of course, where I share some of the best online retailers and the worst, based on my overall experiences over the years. Before we get into all of the things, I hope we're doing well. I obviously post Tuesday morning for Tom Ford Tuesday, but it's always a good day for Tom Ford. And whatever day that you're watching this, I hope you're doing well and having a great start to your week. A little positivity to you before we begin. All right, let's start off with our first bestseller, a brow product. This is Tom Ford's Brow Sculptor. The one thing that I really loved about this is that it comes with two, okay? Meaning you get one and a refill. And this is a product that you can sharpen right here. Everything all in one. I love this. And I know, because we've talked about this before, where this is not the only product in the makeup world that's like this, and that's fine. But it's a bestseller, and I get why, and I wanted to share all those little details with you. So, like I said, you have a little sharpener right here, because it is an angled tip. So if you wanted to keep it sharp at one end for your hair-like strokes, or if your eyebrows are thinner, you're able to keep it crisp and sharp to do that more detailed work. But then the angle, let me screw this back in because you can just pull it down at the bottom and you have your spoolie. But for your more fuller brows that you don't need more precise, sharp edges, the angle I find works well with that too. Very classic Tom Ford, no limited edition frills or anything like that. You can do your hair-like strokes with this one. Or you can go in and fill her in nice. And again, this is a shade 04 Espresso. So obviously I have thin eyebrows, so I'm going to speak on my experience with it as a thin eyebrow girly. So what I really enjoy about this is my ability to do my hair-like strokes, fill in my gaps, holding it like the more angled way, or I can turn it to the more pointy portion and get precise. Like right here, I need a little precision to fill in that gap to my liking. And then let's say you have more fuller brows, you can just hold it like this and fill in your brows. Then for the beginning portion, because you know that's where you don't want things harsh, this makes your hair-like strokes nice and easy. And then nice blend, because the formula, it's not too waxy where it's not going to move. It's a nice formula. Our next bestseller from Tom Ford is the Emotionproof Eye Base. This is your eyeshadow primer. Now this is something that helps create a smooth canvas for your shadows and helps with creasing and longevity, of course. Cute little applicator. And I will show you just a little swatch. So it does come off like, you know, this light color, but once you blend it in, you still have a little bit of the color, but it's not as intense. And again, it creates a very nice smooth base on the lids for your eyeshadow. So let's go ahead and apply because we're going to do eyeshadow first today. A very easy to work with type of product. It's effortless. It's like a no fuss kind of thing. And it feels like nothing, which we love. Next up is the Hyaluronic Energizing Mist. This is, I'm sure you've seen this around here plenty, but this is a hydrating facial spray that you can use as a primer, as a little bit of a boost for your skin's hydration. You can use it to set your makeup and kind of take down the powdery gig that you may have going on. Let's say you got a little carried away, or it's something that you can use to refresh. We love our multifunctional products, and this is one of them. I love facial mists. I think they're convenient. I think they're easy, and I think they're a great way to kind of in between, or if you don't per se want to use a particular product like a primer or a setting spray or this or that, you can get away with using one of these. So I'm going to apply this as a little energizer, a little pep for my skin before I go in with primer. And I like to do this while I'm working on my eyes so that it has a little bit of time to sink into my skin. And then I'll just press it in with my hands. A little boost, a little energized, a little hydration. Thank you. Let's talk about the eye color quads, the eyeshadows from Tom Ford. These are some of my favorites. In makeup, overall, all around, some of the best. Some of the best formulas, some of the best color stories, just especially for 4 colors. When it comes to Tom Ford's quads, they're sophisticated, they're wearable, they're practical. Their formula is outstanding. There are multiple formulas. I have a dedicated video explaining all of Tom Ford's formulas, so I'll have it if you want to check it out. Definitely one of my favorite products from the brand. So for the best sellers when it comes to the quads, I have a few that I'm going to share with you. But of course, we're going to create a look using one of them. No surprise, I know. My favorite too. I get why this is a bestseller. This in particular is Nude Dip. This is from the wet dry formulation. One of my favorites, the best. This is a formula that, as it sounds, you can use it wet or dry. This is a formula that just looks amazing on the lids. It's so easy to work with. You can do one and dones. Glam it up, glam it down. As you can see, it's not a very presentable palette at this particular time. It's very well loved, but again, it's a bestseller for a reason. Look at these colors. Hello? Yeah. This is Desert Fox. Currently, as of filming this right now, on sale, $45. Cannot beat that. Such a gorgeous formula, super creamy, very pigmented, practical color story. You could create everyday, soft and easy, wearable, daytime appropriate looks with this color story. You can glam it up. You can create gorgeous brown smoky eyes with this color story. One of my favorites. And I know, and I totally understand why this is a bestseller. I get it. 100%. Just look at that color story. So gorgeous. Another bestseller is Disco Dust. I got this because of you guys, and I don't know, and I don't have an answer as to why I didn't have it before. But I'm, again, always so happy for your great recommendations because this is gorgeous. I find myself using this a lot more than I actually thought I would. This one is in the more traditional formulation. That's how I like to classify it because it's not a wet dry, it's not a creme, but yeah. And look at these colors. How gorgeous, how easy, how everyday. And you have a little bit of everything as far as finishes. Yep. Honeymoon. I feel like I don't even have to say anything when it comes to Honeymoon. This one is in the wet dry. Honeymoon, it's one of those that you can literally use every single one of these as a one and done and be so good. I have seen some of the most beautiful looks created with Honeymoon. I get it. Truly a bestseller for good reason. For my eye look today, the bestseller that I'm going to be using is Sable. It's so soft, elegant, just so gorgeous. I really, really don't use this enough, so that's why I want to create my look with this one today. But let me give you swatches first. This is my ideal, perfect, easy, everyday, soft girl vibes palette. And a quick honorable mention, because I can't help myself, because again, I told you I love my Tom Ford eye color quads in Slit Rose. I know. Let me just swatch it so I can move on and be quiet, or we will be here forever. Look at these colors. These colors are so pretty. I know. These two are my soft girls, soft glam, just a little something on the eyes kind of vibe, but in the most gorgeous, glamorous way. These two. Best sellers with good reason. I get it. And I agree. Number 14 from Tom Ford. I'm just going to pack a bit of this color here on the brush. And I'm going to apply this on the inner portion. It's a very nothing kind of thing, but I really like doing this prior to the rest of my eye look. I remember in school, I'll never forget what this one teacher in particular told me, pretty much that there are thousands and thousands of ways to do particular things, but we all have our own way. You're ultimately going to get your eye look done, but we all do it in a different way. Same number 14. I'm going to go into the lightest shade. And that on the brow bone. Trust the process, okay? Very messily pack it up there, and you'll see why in just a moment. With my number 13, I have no product on there. I just use that to blend my edges. Told you, trust the process. Same number 13 brush, we're going to go into this shade here. This is what I'm going to use to create depth in this look. So I'm focusing on my outer eye first, and then whatever's left, I'm going to blend it in the crease and also bring it up just a little bit for a soft transitional color. This is the look that I create whenever I reach for this palette for my everyday go-to kind of looks. On my skin tone, I love the amount of depth I'm able to create with this shadow in particular. It's not too much, but it's just enough. With the number 11 brush from Tom Ford, I'm picking up this shade here. And this is just gonna glide right on the lid. Look how pretty. I'm going back in with number 13. There's no additional product. I just use that to perfect everything, make sure everything is blended, nice and smooth, super soft, really, really pretty. Love that. Now I love using the brush because you get your deposit of color, you get your shadow, but if you want a little bit more on the finger, and I'm just going to pat on the center, just to show you can amplify your look just a tad if you'd like. And then I'll go in with just a bit more to show you that you could build it up just a little bit. It's not going to be anything too over the top. It's still going to be nice and soft glam. Quick touch up with the shade that we had applied first. This is not meant to be a super brightening shade, and I like that. I like for it to be like a soft, brightened effect, because that's what I'm going for today's look with this particular quad, this bestseller. We love a soft, pretty look from Tom Ford, and this bestseller, it's given a slant. I know, it's Tom Ford Tuesday, but I don't have a Tom Ford mascara, so I'm just gonna go in with this one. I've been using the What's Up Beauty Watch Me mascara. I like this one. I am getting ahead of myself, so we stopped the mascara because this is another bestseller, and I know you've heard of this. I know you have. This has been around for so long. It's a bestseller with good reason. I mean, I gotta give credit where credit's due, okay? This is one of the best liquid liners on the market ever, period. And here's the thing, I get it. It's Tom Ford, it's high-end, it's bougie, but you get what you pay for and some. First of all, dual-ended, hello? Okay, so you 2-in-1. I'll take it. This is so pigmented. This is one swipe. Goodness. Okay? And with those two ends, of course you have your longer tip, versatility we love. Okay? Then you've got the short little guy for details. If you're not good at wing liner, you're not good at doing all this, this is what's going to help you. A product like this. So this is the smaller end. Really detailed. I mean, look how, you can't even see it. It's so small. But I know that's not realistic. So there we go. And we're talking one swipe pigmentation and longevity out of this world. Comes to this particular applicator, I'm not going to talk while I do this. Let me just say this real quick and then I'll do it. This applicator in particular, I love that I can literally just press it, right? So I don't feel like I have to be super steady with my hand if, you know, because a lot of us aren't. A lot of us drink coffee and get a little shaky. But I like that a lot. So let me just do that and stop talking. See how I'm just laying it flat? I don't have to feel like I have to draw the whole thing. Love that. I'm gonna try not to do a super exaggerated wing, so bear with me. I just think wing liner amplifies every look, just a little. For our best-selling face primer, we have the new Shade and Illuminate Soft Radiance Primer. I forgot the name. But this is what replaced the previous illuminating primer that came in the packaging like this with the twist up. This primer has an SPF of 25. It's hydrating, it's lightweight, it's more of a gel-like texture and consistency, and it gives a bit of radiance, but it's soft, gorgeous, very, very pretty on the skin. And as you can see, it's more of like that pinky tone, but once it's blended in, that color, it's gone. And you're just left with the most beautiful glow. And it's not a glow that has little tiny particles in it. It's that radiance. It's that lit from within, but soft. One thing I find, and this is me speaking on my skin type because I do have combination skin, as always, shade references and all those details are down below in the description box. But this product, I have to use a lot of it. Because I used the previous illuminating primer from Tom Ford, the texture was a little bit different. It was more like a gel moisturizer. And I got away with half a pump or a pump of product. This I find myself using sometimes 3-4 pumps to really get all over my face because it's so thin and serum-like. But that might just be because I have drier areas that are just like drinking it up. But I get why it's a bestseller. I mean, it's gorgeous. It gives a light, nice, good, healthy illumination on the skin and it feels amazing. Going in just a little bit more. I just think it looks gorgeous on the skin, and I do find it to help with my makeup wear, application, and just overall feel on the skin all day. It feels nice and comfortable. For the best-selling foundation, we're matching with the Shade and Illuminate Soft Radiance Foundation SPF of 50. This foundation gives the most beautiful medium full coverage on your skin, all while remaining skin-like with soft True soft radiance, no glitter particles, just your skin looks so good, just so gorgeous. Even if you're not into luminous, shiny skin, because sometimes when we hear radiance and luminosity, it can be a little intimidating because we don't want to look shiny and greasy. This foundation is nothing like that. So I've still been using my spatula application method, where you take a little spatula and you just glide it on the skin. This really has helped me not go overboard with my makeup application, not putting too much product. Nice sheer layers, but even layers. And I love that so much. For the amount of coverage that you get with this product, I just love the way it looks on the skin. Super, super natural. And no matter how much you build it, it won't look like foundation. It just looks like skin that's perfected. Just really, really pretty. Besides our beloved Traceless Stick foundation, the Shade and Illuminate foundation is my favorite. It wears so well in heat and humidity. It wears so well in the cooler months. It wears so well all day, long days, short days. So just so good. Just taking whatever's left on my palette here and finishing up. Obviously we need to do concealer, but look at the skin. Shade and Illuminate Concealer, another bestseller. For the amount of coverage you get with this concealer, it doesn't feel or look like it. This is a great product for your no makeup days where you just want a little bit of something. You can use this all over the face. It blends beautifully. It wears beautifully. It is a product that just looks so good. I'm taking a brush to kind of blend it first before I go in with the sponge. Look at the amount of coverage. I blended it out a little bit with my brush. Now I'm going to go in with my sponge and perfect everything. There are skincare properties in this concealer as well, which is always a plus. Because let me tell you, in the morning when eyes are puffy and we just waking up and you need it, you get your coverage and it comes through. Look how hydrated and nice the under eyes look. I'll take it. I'm gonna just go ahead and set my under eye with my usual powder. As always, everything is listed and linked down below in the description box. Now I can perfect the eyes. I'm gonna go back into our inner shade. Got a little concealer there, so we gotta fix it. Going into this shade for the under eye. I'm going to go in with a black pencil in the waterline and then a little mascara on the lower lash line as well. And we're finished with the eye, so we can finish up the base. The best-selling Shade and Illuminate Contour Duo. So good. It's not presentable. It's looking, but that's with good reason because it is that good. So it's pretty much a cream contouring product. Blends beautifully with the finger, blends beautifully with the brush, sponge, all of your preferred methods of application, gorgeous. The highlighting portion looks like glowing, healthy skin. That's more of a heavy swatch of the contouring portion, but it blends so nicely. And then the highlighting part just looks like glowy, dewy skin. I love it. I'm going to go in with the number 4 brush from Tom Ford. You can use this brush to blend, but I have another brush I'm going to share with you that I think is fantastic. I'm not a huge nose contour person, but this actually does a pretty good job. It's creamy enough, and it does its thing. This is the number 2 from Tom Ford. Look how nice this blends. I hope to see a Bronze Age tone shade for bronzers soon from Tom Ford. Because right now, the bronzing area in Tom Ford is just lacking so badly. I can't take myself serious with this. Hold on. I'm going to take my sponge into the highlighting portion. Just look at that on the skin. Oof. Gorgeous. Oh, you see these brands? Oh, we have the best dewy, glowy skin, no glitter, glassy skin. Tom Ford's been doing it. And I get why this is a bestseller. Very light dusting of powder. You know, I always say it, light layers is key. Your layers should be so light that you don't see much of a difference when it comes to your glow, but your makeup is set, so it's not gonna slide all over the place. Shade and Illuminate Highlighting Duo. Bestseller all the way, through and through. A classic staple highlighting moment. Again, you're not getting heavy, glittery types of highlight when it comes to the Tom Ford line and formula. You're getting that big gelée that's just glow. Just a glow on the skin that just wears beautifully and looks outstanding. Best-selling color too, Moodlight. I also have this one. This is Peach Light. I don't use this one as much. I really don't. Although I should. I don't know. It's just not my favorite. Moodlight, I don't know. There's just something about her. She's So I just mix both. Look at that glow. Again, it's not a glittery glow. It's just a beam of glow on the skin. You can't tell where it's coming from. It's one of those. We love that. Now, remember I told you majority of the bestsellers were not limited edition products, and that remains true. But this one in particular was listed under the bestseller section, and I couldn't agree more, obviously, and you'll see why. But it's the only limited edition product that I'm going to share with you, and it is the blush. This is from the Love collection, and as you can see, it has been very, very well loved. This is my go-to blush right now from Tom Ford. If you're not into that, that's cool. I just love that for my everyday because it just gives the right amount of soft flush to the skin. But the Tom Ford Shade and Illuminate blushes, beautiful, gorgeous. Check out my dedicated cheek swatch video of every single shade. I'm gonna link it. And I'm just gonna finish it all up with blush. I like this way where I do contour, bronzer, highlight, and then blush last. So just like sandwich it all together. Honorable mention, because this was also listed as a bestseller. We haven't seen these in a while, but it's still up there as a bestseller and still available for purchase. This is the Sheer Highlighting Duo in the shade Gilt. Reflex Gilt. Mixed together, this creates the most gorgeous champagne-y rose gold, but separately you have more of a gold tone and then more of a pinky rose gold tone. It is time to discuss the bestsellers when it comes to lipsticks, lip gloss from Tom Ford. I've got a few to share with you. They're all bestsellers, but of course I had to pick a few to share with you because we love our options. Yes, we do. I'm gonna start off with the lip blush. This is a classic, simple, it's literally just a clear looking balm thing, but it gives you a tint. So this is a product that warms up to your body's heat and pH, and it creates a beautiful soft pink on the lips. I have purchased, at this point I'm losing count, I think this is my 5th one or something like that. I'd have to check, but I constantly repurchase this. It's such an easy product, very nourishing, very hydrating, and it's fun. Got little gold specks in it, and it just feels good on the lips. And the more you apply it, you can kind of sort of build up that tint of pink. Not too much, because it's still a tint, but next up are the more traditional lipsticks. We have a lip color, and then we have a lip color matte. Now, I happen to have both of these in limited edition packaging only, because the actual colors themselves are standards bestsellers from the line. First up, I have Indian Rose. This is very well loved. It's not the prettiest to look at, I'm sorry, but we love her. So here is a swatch. This is more of the satin finish, very comfortable, very creamy, very pigmented. This is the lip color matte. For a matte, it's very, very creamy. This shade in particular, 100, 100. And these are both just one swipes. This is listed as a bestseller. This might be the only one I don't agree with. And the only reason is, and not because it's not a good product, because I like the product, I use the product, I share the product a lot. I just find for what it is and the amount of product you get, it is just, you don't get a lot of product for what this is. The amount of product you get in here is like the equivalent to a sample. But I like the color and I like the product. It's just, it's very small. I'm just saying. Very hydrating, very glossy. Nice color and product itself. It's just, you don't get a lot of it. Another product in limited edition packaging, but the product itself is a existing product in the line you can get at any time. Bestseller, of course, Gloss Luxe. Gloss Luxe formulation, top notch, top tier, untouchable. I don't care. I've tried a lot of lip glosses. This is it. Not sticky, super comfortable, pigmented, wears beautifully. This shade in particular, Phantom. Check that out. That's what we're wearing today. What's great about this is you can go in very lightly. Okay, look, I'm just going to do lightly. Little wash of color, nice hydration. Let's really apply it as we should. Gorgeous gloss. The best performing, wearing, comfortability factor, all of them. Truly bestseller, Gloss Luxe. Our full face of bestsellers from Tom Ford. Here's our finished look. I love sharing new products with you and all of that. You know this, but we can't forget our classics. We cannot forget our staples. And of course, we can't forget our bestsellers. Let me know what you guys think. Comment down below. Please take a moment to give today's video a thumbs up if you liked it and subscribe if you haven't. Happy Tom Ford Tuesday, everyone. Stay beautiful. I'll see you soon.